Hi there, welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to talk about Battlefield and the situation DICE and EA are in for the release of 2042, as well as what led us up to this point. So strap up, because this video is going to be way longer than usual. Okay, quick, let's go the mainline Battlefield games, and granted, I'm not an expert, but here we are. Battlefield 1942 started all with invading with its all-new conquest mode. Battlefield Vietnam, 1942, but set in Vietnam. Battlefield 2, a shift to the modern era. Battlefield 2 Modern Combat, an improvement version of the Battlefield 2. Battlefield 2142, futuristic sci-fi combat to the Battlefield franchise. Battlefield Bad Company, considered one of the greatest with smooth gameplay and a really good story, and I also love the soundtrack. Battlefield 1943 is a return to World War II. Battlefield Bad Company 2 is a long-awaited sequel to Battlefield Bad Company. Battlefield 3, a new take on the Battlefield formula, but it's set in modern times. Battlefield 4 is just an improved version of Battlefield 3. Battlefield Hardline is cops versus robbers, which is in Battlefield. I don't know. Battlefield 1, the GOAT in my opinion, is going back to World War 1. Battlefield 5 is a return to World War II and a major disappointment. Okay, so here we are, a modern day. So now let's just cover the modern Battlefield games, aka the PS4 era games. And Battlefield's always been in competition with Call of Duty. Battlefield versus Call of Duty, Call of Duty versus Battlefield. Firestorm versus Warzone. Warzone wins, even though the hackers it's kind of equal. Not really. But anyway, so I'm just gonna be comparing the modern games to the modern Call of Duty games because they've always been in competition. Okay, here we go. Battlefield 4 is really good, as people say it's the best, but the best Battlefield in the last decade. Although I disagree, I have to say it's really good, but not the best. But it defeated Call of Duty Ghosts hands down. Like that game got demolished. I'm sorry. Battlefield Hardline was not the fan base's cup of tea, and I'm gonna have to agree. It's not that great, but it was better than Black Ops 3, so I'm gonna have to give it that. Battlefield 1 was really good and completely demolished Infinite Warfare. Like that year, Battlefield sold way more than Call of Duty. And Battlefield 5 is hated by the community because of the whole politics and the woman thing, and the game mechanics, like attrition. Seriously, what was DICE thinking? It's time for opinions now because I like COD and Battlefield, but I like Battlefield's massive scale, and I can enjoy Battlefield without having to win and sweat my back off because the older CODs were just way better, and because of skill-based matchmaking, I feel like I can't enjoy the new CODs. Jesus, new COD is just not it cheap. Anyway, Battlefield 1 was my favorite because the feel of World War 1 and made you really feel like that. Oh my god, I sound like a game journalist. Yes, it did make you feel like World War 1, and that's what's high up on my list. Battlefield 5 just never got redeemed the way No Man's Sky or Battlefront 2 did, and because the way the politics was then, all the politics, it kind of torpedoed the game's reputation because, as it turns out, whoa, people don't like politics when they're just trying to have entertainment. Wow, would you look at that? And the Battlefield franchise is currently at a crossroads. It can either do badly with 2042 and go down a dark path of irrelevancy, or do well with 2042 and stay relevant. 2042 has no campaign, but it seems like it's gonna make up with the multiplayer, and the decision not to have a campaign is disappointing but smart. It allows them to focus on multiplayer, and Battlefield 4 is gonna bring in tons of custom game options, so if the game has good core mechanics, it'll probably be like really infinitely replayable, but not infinitely replayable unless they keep adding maps, although, they say they're gonna rush the next game after 2042 out like really quickly, which I hope they delay it so that it isn't rushed out like Cyberpunk. And the dynamic destruction and 128 players will be really insane. That's what I think. And I do have high hopes for this game, and I hope it turns out well. Please don't disappoint me in DICE. And some final thoughts. I really like Battlefield, and I hope it succeeds. Jesus, like, if it does not succeed this year, we're all done. Okay, Battlefield is done. We're gonna be stuck with. Well, we're not gonna be stuck. We still have lots of other options. We're gonna be that great, and it'll be up to Halo Infinite this year. So who knows? All right. See you all later. Thanks for watching.